How did you meet the beautiful girl? What was it about her that made you like her?
So an American guy rents 2 rooms in his townhouse there in Lapu-Lapu. He has these 2 extra rooms in his house that he rents. They're just $11 a night or 600 pesos. So I'm staying in this particular room. The aircon is good and the bed is very comfortable. There's really no problems. The bathroom has an American style hot water. I mean, everything is good. Look, if you're going to stay a month, like on Airbnb, you get a discount, right? Like a big discount. But here, there's no discount. If you stay for a month, it's 600 a night, and it's 18,000 pesos for a month. The only benefit to booking a month in advance is that nobody can take it from you for that month. But if you pay day by day, somebody could take it from you. Anyway, benefits of this place. You can see it is surrounded by resorts. This is a resort area, okay? Now, the resorts, they range from like $500 all the way down to $60 USD. But I mean, look, if you're on a budget, look, $11 is much better. Another benefit is that it's right near the Cebu Mactan airport. Another benefit is that if you just want to store your stuff here, you can do that too. I ate lunch and dinner with them, these 2 great people, and they're pretty relaxed. You know, again, it's not part of the deal that you get sort of a meal, 3 meals a day. But I mean, if you happen to be here and they're eating, they just make food for themselves. And if you want to join, you can join. As Derek says, they have plenty of food. Everything's, it's pretty relaxed. It's a pretty relaxed atmosphere. Also, Derek, he makes Vietnamese coffee in the morning, which is fantastic. I never had Vietnamese coffee before, but now, I mean, I'm freaking addicted to it. I don't know why Starbucks does not have Vietnamese coffee. So Derek, it's unreal coffee for me anyway. It's fantastic coffee. I'm truly addicted to Vietnamese coffee. But I mean, look, if you're around while he's making coffee, just ask him to make one for you, or you can watch this video and I'm going to show you how to make it yourself. Derek has all the ingredients. You can probably just make it yourself because you don't want to bother the guy too much, right? I mean, there's only 3 things you need, right? You need a dripper, and I'll put the link below for the dripper that you need from Shopee or Lazada, whatever it is. You need the beans, okay? These are the beans, and you can also get them. The link is below. And you need condensed milk, which you can get at any mart here in the Philippines. So I made a video here showing people how to do it, okay? How you can make your own Vietnamese coffee. It's pretty simple. But anyways, the area itself is dominated by resorts. So the good thing is, like, you can walk from Derek's place into some of the resorts. You can actually spend the day there. In my last video, you probably saw a beach I went to, but you can actually stay at the resorts, okay? Which are going to be much nicer than that beach you saw in the video. That was more of like a picnic style beach. I was not very impressed, of course. Obviously, you can tell by looking at it. But it was only 30 pesos, right? If you're going to stay at a resort, it's going to be about 100 or 200 pesos to spend the day there. So, you'd sleep at Derek's place of Q Adventures YouTube channel and just walk down to the resort and spend the day there if that's your thing. The downside is that it's lacking a bit on the actual places to eat within walking distance. I did. You can walk down to, there's a barbecue place there that's pretty good. If you take a left turn out the compound. However, if it's only a 50 peso ride or $1 trike ride to go to any restaurant around town. And there's a trike hub about 30 meters outside of the front gates. Another benefit to staying here is he rents out scooters. So you're going to need like a driver's license from home, a passport, and he wants an exit ticket. He says it's for risk mitigation. Personally, I don't get it because everyone just comes here with a fake exit ticket anyway. I mean, it's, but anyway, that's what he would like. But if you don't have an exit ticket, He says it's possible to just work around that. The good thing about Derek is there's just no bureaucracy, right? I mean, you come with your passport and your whatever. He just photocopies it and you're done. Good thing is with him, Derek, he's got connections. He can also get you a discount at the resorts. Like, for example, if you want to rent a jet ski, it's like regular rate is like 6,000 pesos, but he can give it to you with his connection for 3,500. So basically half price. Just tell Derek, like, you want to get a jet ski and he'll take care of everything for you. And he doesn't get anything from that. Like whatever's there, he can get a discount. Whatever sort of services the resorts offer, Derek can get you a discount on the services there. Just so you know, it's common in Phils to have regarding the rentals, in Phils, it is very common, like if you rent a car or a scooter, to have extras like mileage. Okay, if you go over this amount of mileage, you have to pay extra. And the other big thing is, like, if you cross a boundary, like outside the city, the rate goes up double for the day. I don't get why they do that. But it's very common in the Philippines when you rent out a car or scooter to do this. Usually like a company, it's more like a money grab, okay? But with Derek, it's all simple. There's no extras, okay? You go wherever and there's no extra charges.
Okay, guys, we're inside the compound here, and we're going to talk to Derek. I think he's sitting at his desk. Let me check out Derek. There he is. Okay. Derek, the amazing Derek from Q Adventures.
Scott, how you doing?
Good. Let's sit down and have a bit of a talk.
Have a seat.
Okay.
How you doing today?
Good. Okay. Okay, so let's not drag them out with a bunch of useless talk. Let's get straight to the point. So, how old are you?
I'm 45. I just turned 45, Scott.
45. So, actually, we're 3 months apart, right? We're born on the same year.
Uh-huh.
And, girl over here.
Aye.
Good girl. Aye, okay. We're going to meet her later.
What age range of men are you interested in? 30 above. 40 above? Why? Because they're sweet and lovely.
So yeah, we're about the same age, but I'm Canadian. You are.
But I was last in Los Angeles, California. Redondo Beach, to be exact.
Okay. So something brought you over here. I mean, there's some root cause that brought you over to Philippines, because you didn't just come over for no reason. So what is that reason?
Yeah. Originally, back in '86, when my family immigrated to America, we went through a process where we came to the Philippines for 6 months up in Bataan, the refugee camp.
How old were you at the time?
I was probably 7 or 8 years old.
Ever since then, it's been in your heart?
Yeah, I just had very fond memories of the Philippines, and which drew me back like maybe 8-9 years ago.
So Philippines has always been in the back of your mind while you were a teenager, early 20s?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Back home, you were in America, and now in America, it's the land of opportunity. So what were you doing in America?
All my life I've been I spent most of my life doing sales and marketing, and in particular in the financial sector, banking, life insurance, insurance in general.
So yeah, we're gonna go like your favorite. We're not gonna say what you don't like. We're gonna keep this positive. So what is your favorite thing about Philippines that kept you? I know Philippines is in your heart.
Yes, it sure is.
It sure is in your heart. But there's got to be something. There's got to, like for me. I gotta admit, like it's the babes. They got a large part to do with it. But what about you? I mean, you're such a dignified human. You know, like I wonder what it is with you that you like best about the Phils.
What I love about the Philippines is being an island nation, over 7,000 plus islands, and it's just surrounded by natural surroundings. The nature aspect of it.
Because, like, if you go to Thailand, if there's a waterfall, they built a resort around that waterfall, right? But what about in the Philippines? If there's a waterfall, what do you see?
You see a lot of, non-resort.
It's basically nature.
Yeah.
And
untapped.
Right, and people don't even know how to get there.
Correct.
And, only the locals know how to get there, right? So it's like they're never going to build a resort there.
Yeah, and you always hear the term Virgin Islands, thrown around worldwide, but when you really want to experience a Virgin Island, Philippines is the place to come.
Yeah, and they got places like Boracay that are tourist destinations. But what
course.
people don't realize is that there's like 100 Boracays
Correct.
that people don't know about.
Correct.
That exist. There
Correct.
aren't even hotels built around them, right?
Right.
So let's see. You got a girlfriend. We just met your girlfriend briefly. Now she's a beautiful girl. Now everyone wants to know, how did you meet the beautiful girl?
I don't endorse it, but through Filipino Cupid.
Okay. So a website. You met it through a website,
Yes.
and there's a whole bunch of. Is that a paid one or a free one?
It is the paid one.
Okay, so it's a paid one. There's a bunch of paid ones and free ones, and that's one of the main ones, right?
Correct.
Okay, so what made you choose that website?
Sheer boredom. There's like zero research. It was just the first one that popped up.
So you Googled like Filipinos or stuff like that. Okay, and then you met her. So when you met her, were you here or were you in America?
I was here.
Okay. So you're here, and then when you started chatting with her, how long before you actually met her in person? It was a while ago, but take your best guess.
But yeah, I think it's from the moment we exchanged messages, it took about 2 weeks before we initially meet for a coffee.
2 weeks of chatting, and then you met for a coffee. Were you
Yes.
in the same city at the time?
Yes.
And then, what was that city?
Lapu-Lapu right here.
You were here when you met her, like 1 year ago.
Not this precise house, but this
Yeah.
city, Lapu-Lapu, yeah.
Okay, and then you met her also in Lapu-Lapu. Interesting. Okay, so any reason it took 2 weeks? Like, why didn't you meet like 2 days later?
I was dating other people. during that time,
Okay.
yeah.
So you were doing your dating thing. You were looking for the perfect girl.
Correct.
And then you finally found your perfect girl.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, what was it about her? You met her for coffee. What was it about her that made you like her?
Conversation, just I feel a lot of the previous ones, I was just like talking to a rock or something, with her, just there's a lot of conversation, and she has a very extensive business background managing a dental office. So yeah, that really attracted me to her.
So the other girls you were talking to before, they were sort of like a little bit less dignified when it came to their background, their professional record.
I wouldn't say dignified, but it's just very lack of conversation.
That was the main thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the main thing.
So lack of conversation, but when you met her, you noticed on the first date that
Yep.
she actually had a mind and she knew how to think and she knew how to ask you questions and she showed curiosity in your life?
Absolutely.
Okay. And so when you asked her a question, it wasn't yes, no, and then looking at her phone after she said yes or no.
It was an extensive answer, yes.
So while you were sitting down having coffee with her, how many times did she look at her phone?
None.
Okay. Filipinas, are you listening? Are you listening? Okay. So you're here and you're renting out 2 rooms, right? So I already showed those rooms, right?
Okay.
And it's only 600 pesos for these rooms, and we're living like in the area where there's a bunch of resorts,
Yes.
right? So you're smack dab in the middle,
Yes.
and they charge like 10,000, like there,
Yes.
and you charge 600.
Yes.
10,600, right?
Yes.
And we were talking to before, and a lot of people, or some of the guests here, they were in the resorts.
Yes.
And then they found you,
Yes.
and they came here, and they didn't care so much for the money. I mean, one guy was a dentist, right?
Yes.
But he came here and he stayed here because what he wanted was sort of communication with other foreigners who were just here by themselves. Because this dentist was just here by himself, right?
Correct.
And he wanted to, have fun. You hang out with other foreigners, right?
Correct.
And what you got here is foreigners.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. And on top of that, so you rent rooms, but you also, I saw in the back, you have how many scooters?
I currently have 7 in my fleet. A few was already rented out.
Okay, and so you got these scooters, and you rent them to anyone, and especially your guests.
Yes. Well, they don't. It's not a prerequisite for them to be my guests,
Yep.
but anyone with an international passport.
Okay, and so we're going to put your info if somebody wants to rent. Because the good thing about renting with you is that there's no bureaucracy crap, right?
Nope.
So they find their way via a taxi maybe to your house here.
Yes.
And so they want to rent a scooter. So what's the barrier? What's stopping them? What do they have to give you?
Just a passport and a driver's license. I'm sorry. One more item would be the exit itinerary.
Exit itinerary.
Yeah, the flight back home, basically.
You want to see that they got a flight back home.
Yes.
Why do you want to see that?
risk mitigation for me.
Yeah.
So in lieu of leaving a large deposit like my competitors, they require you to leave like a large deposit. For me, I just need to know when you're leaving the country. So in case there's any kind of dispute or anything like that, like
okay. What if like me, I don't have an exit ticket?
we can work around that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, the main things are your home, driver's license, and a copy of your passport.
Yes.
So you got a copy machine here, so they can just bring their ID.
Yeah.
You can copy it for them,
Absolutely.
and then they pay you the 600 or whatever, and then they scooter off.
Absolutely.
Okay, but when you rent a car in the Philippines, they have like if you if you go outside of a certain zone, you have to pay like more than double the price.
Correct.
Or if you go over a certain amount of kilometers, you have to pay. There's a penalty.
Yes.
And there's some other restrictions. So tell me about your laundry list of restrictions. Go.
No restrictions.
0 restrictions. Okay. Well,
Unlimited mileage. You can rent it here in Lapu-Lapu, throw on a ferry, and go to Manila and work from island to island. I am all about customer service. I'm all about you exploring the Philippines.
okay. So your main thing
Uh-huh.
is that they just bring the scooter back.
Yes.
Okay.
Bring it back in the condition that you got it from.
Okay.
That's my only thing.
And that's the beauty is your partner is a mechanic.
Yes.
So he's always maintaining these because like I was renting a car with a buddy and it was like a clicking noise and then he brought it in, got a new one, and there was like another like with the brake. It was like so it's like there's a problem with maintenance here in the Philippines with a lot of these maybe the smaller companies, but you're a smaller company.
Yes.
But your partner's a mechanic.
Yes.
And he's always here fixing these things after every use.
Yes, because I would say 99% of my customers are from foreign countries, so it's very important for me to provide top customer service as well as the maintenance and safety. All my bikes are fully equipped, including the phone holder for navigations, because I would expect you to use a navigation to navigate around.
Show me a phone holder. Let's go.
Let's go. I'm just gonna go barefoot here.
Okay. Okay, so here they are.
Yeah. So let's choose the closest one.
Yeah. Okay, so we're outside the front door now, and what do we got here? It's in bikes. We got 5 bikes here. Now, how many do you have total?
7.
You have 7 in total, but 2 are being rented right now, right?
Correct.
But we got a bunch of bikes more. We got all these bikes here, 5 bikes. And so, do you want to first say anything about the bikes? Like, for example, they're different prices, right?
Yeah, they're absolutely different prices, and the prices are based on the engine size.
Okay, so what about this big sucker we got in front of us?
This big sucker right here is a 175 cc's. So it's designed, a little bit bulkier, heavier, so it sticks to the floor, more comfortable. 720 pesos per
So
day.
we got 700 here, and these 3 are the same price?
Yes.
They look the same size. So those
Yes.
are how much?
125 cc's.
Okay.
And they're 550 pesos per day.
How much?
550 pesos.
Really? Okay. 550 for these, and they're 125 cc.
Correct.
And then how much cc is this one?
175.
So 25, 75, and then we got the big sucker there. I'm gonna guess 200.
No, that's a 155 cc. However, it is modified with to look like a sports bike.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's a head turner.
Yeah.
It has like a muffler and everything with it, and it's priced at 900 cc. I'm sorry, 900 pesos.
Definitely more sporty.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So let's see here. Renting here is a bit different because you include a phone holder
Correct.
and you also include a back thing, carrier. Is that right, or is that extra?
The carrier is extra. The phone holders are included.
Okay.
And the carriers, if you opt to have it, it's only 50 pesos per day additional.
Okay, so 1 month would be $15.
Correct.
Okay, and so these are important because you plop your phone there and basically you're going to use it all the time.
Yes.
Because you put Google Maps right here and it tells you where to go.
Correct.
So that's very handy.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. It's a simple thing, but very important, right?
Very important.
Okay. So yeah, do you want to say anything else about the system here? That's different than the system if they went to rent bikes somewhere else.
Yeah, it's a huge difference that with me, you do not leave a large deposit. Number one. Number two, I am unlimited in kilometer or miles. And also, I don't have any restrictions as far as where you go with the bike. So if you want to rent the bike, take it to Manila and work on your way back from island to island, you're more than welcome to do so.
Okay. Good. And so, yeah, anybody can rent or just the people staying here?
Anybody with a foreign passport.
Okay, cool. No problem. So I would qualify.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. So great.